In the heart of the great Zongoma forest, there lived a hunter named Aroko. He was not just any hunter. He was the finest in all the land. His arrows never missed, his traps were unbreakable, and his heart was as kind as his hands were skilled. The people of his village praised him for his bravery, for he ventured into the deepest parts of the forest where no one dared tread. One fateful day, as Aroko hunted for game near the sacred pool of Umwezi, he encountered a figure of radiant beauty. It was Nandari, the goddess of the forest, known for her shimmering ebony skin and eyes that glowed like molten gold. She appeared before him, her voice like the sweetest song, and said, "Hunter, I have watched you from the shadows. Your courage and strength have stirred my heart. Stay with me, and I will grant you the power to rule the forest and live a life of eternal bliss." But Aroko, though struck by her beauty, was in love with another. Her name was Nyari, a humble weaver from his village. Nyari was not a goddess, nor was she powerful, but her laughter was like the sound of raindrops on dry earth, and her presence filled Aroko's heart with a peace he could not describe. Aroko knelt before the goddess and said, "Great Nandari, your beauty is unmatched, and your power is beyond comprehension, but my heart belongs to Nyari. I cannot stay." Nandari's eyes darkened. "You dare reject me for a mortal woman?" she hissed. "If I cannot have your heart, no one will." With those words, she vanished into the shadows, leaving Aroko uneasy but resolute in his love for Nyari. Nyari was a simple woman, with no wealth or power. Her days were spent weaving cloth, and her evenings were filled with laughter as she and Aroko planned their future together. But their happiness was not to last. One evening, as Nyari returned home from the river, she noticed strange things happening. Her shadow moved on its own, whispering sinister words. Her loom, once her source of joy, began to unravel, the threads she wove. Worst of all, her health started to decline. The villages whispered of a curse. "It is Nandari," the elder women said. The goddess does not take rejection lightly. She is jealous of Nyari and seeks to punish her for stealing Aroko's love. Nyari, though frightened, refused to tell Aroko. She did not want him to suffer because of her, but her silence only made matters worse. Night after night, she was tormented by strange visions of Nandari, who appeared in her dreams and taunted her. "You will never know peace," the goddess said, "not as long as Aroko's heart beats for you." When Aroko discovered Nyari's plight, he was furious. He vowed to confront Nandari and end the torment no matter the cost. Aroko prepared himself to face Nandari. Armed with his bow and arrows tipped with the teeth of a sacred lion, he ventured to the sacred pool where he had first met the goddess. "Nandari," he called, his voice echoing through the forest. "Show yourself. Your quarrel is with me, not Nyari. Leave her alone." The waters of the pool began to churn, and Nandari emerged. Her beauty as awe-inspiring as it was terrifying. "You are bold to challenge me, mortal," she said, "but you cannot command a goddess." "I do not seek to command you," Aroko replied. "I seek justice. Nyari has done nothing to deserve your wrath. Punish me if you must, but spare her." Nandari laughed, a cold and bitter sound. "You think I will let her live while she holds the heart that was meant for me? You underestimate my pain, Aroko, but I will give you a chance. Prove your love for her by completing 3 impossible tasks. If you succeed, I will release her from my curse. If you fail, she will suffer eternally." Aroko agreed without hesitation, though he knew the tasks would be dangerous. The first task was to retrieve a scale from the great serpent of Marula Lake, a creature so fearsome that even the bravest warriors avoided its lair. Aroko journeyed for days to the lake and faced the serpent with courage. Using his sacred arrows, he managed to outwit the beast and claim a single shimmering scale. The second task was to climb the Peak of Shadows and capture the light of the midnight star. The journey was treacherous, with icy winds and treacherous cliffs, but Aroko persevered, and when the midnight star appeared, he caught its light in a crystal bottle gifted to him by a wise elder. The third and final task was the most difficult, to bring a flower from the Garden of Souls, which lay in the land of the dead. With the guidance of an ancient shaman, Aroko crossed into the spirit realm. There he faced the spirits of his ancestors, who warned him of the dangers of meddling in the affairs of gods. But Aroko was determined. He found the flower and returned to the world of the living. Aroko presented the 3 items to Nandari. The goddess was both impressed and angered. "You have proven your love," she said, "but it does not erase my pain." "Pain is part of love," Aroko said, "but true love does not seek to harm others. Let Nyari go, and I will owe you a debt that can never be repaid." Nandari's golden eyes softened. For the first time, she saw that Aroko's love for Nyari was pure and unshakable. Though her heart still ached, she released Nyari from her curse and withdrew into the forest, vowing never to interfere in mortal affairs again. Aroko and Nyari returned to their village, where they lived a life of quiet happiness. Though they would never forget the trials they had faced, they knew their love had been tested and found true. And deep in the heart of Zongoma Forest, Nandari watched over them from afar, her sorrow mingled with a strange sense of peace. For she had learned that even goddesses could not command the human heart.
There are a lot of lessons to be learned from this story. I would love to hear your opinion in comment section. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like, share, and press the red button to subscribe to my channel. Bye.